Alright guys, we're here to introduce the newest member of the CCC here on YouTube. This is Gypsy Storm. She is an Australian Shepherd, supposedly 6 weeks old. Blue eyes. Say hello, Gypsy.
It's really 6 weeks and 1 year old.
1 year.
Not 1 year.
1 day.
Yeah, 6 weeks and 1 day year old.
Alright. So that's what we've been doing. We got her yesterday. She's just been a joy. Has a snub tail. Anything you want to see? Anything? Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay. Thank you.
Look at the puppy's butt.
Alright, go set her down. Alright.
Oh, and she's also got worms crawling in it.
She does not. Alright, we hit a flea market in a place called Dublin, Virginia. And I got a bag of low quality books, but I don't even think I paid anywhere. I don't even think I paid $5 for this stuff. So we'll go through those real quick. Alright, now this is Marvel Comics Presents number 78 with the great Barry Winslow Smith doing his Weapon X story in it. I had a whole run of these. I sold them a few years ago, and I've got these on hardback. But what I want to do is, I love the covers on these, so what I'm going to do is, if I run across them pretty cheap, I'm going to start framing them like this, and hopefully I'll have a whole wall of Barry Winslow Smith stuff. Alright, like I said, the rest of this is low quality stuff here. So, we got a Ripley's Believe It or Not, True Ghost Stories. We have, I'm getting closer to finishing this series, 2001 Space Odyssey, more Kirby greatness. And like I said, these are pretty low quality. We've got edges of corner bent down there. They're stapled and everything. Got some fraying along the top, but like I said, this is mostly for me. Keep going. Alright. And here's an absolute great series I love. And it wasn't so much a series, these came out real sporadically. I need to go back. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th issues of the Little Monsters. And I have no idea why I love these guys so much. They're kind of like the weird leaves from the Flintstones, the Munsters, that sort of thing, the Addams Family. And this is from 1971. I think it's barely hanging on with the staples and stuff. What are you doing?
This is the dog.
Okay, set her down. Brianna, set the dog down. Okay. We have Black Panther, Jack Kirby, number 3. Again, they all seem to have that same dog ear in the bottom corner, but you know, collect what you love, just to have them. This is from 1977. And I tell you what, I know Kirby was getting older and stuff, but you know, he was still knocking it out. Consider what was going on there. Just, you know, really getting excited about Genesis that's coming out, where you know, you have them. Now I have the part 2 and 3 of these, Beyond the Black Hole, the great Disney movie. Here we go. And you know, I thought the movie was like from the 60s when I saw it. I didn't realize it was a 1979 movie. And this is of course Beyond the Black Hole, but I think the first 3 issues adapted the movie. I haven't looked up to see if they made any more. And it's funny because the one with the less than great cover has cream white pages. Inside it is perfect. Actually, I really dig the artwork in these. The use of blacks and whites, if there's no color, this would still be great. You know, I realized it was bland. And what I liked about this was the Hostess ad we have in there. I actually do believe that is Bob Layton work, even though it's uncredited. So I kind of get a kick out of guessing who did what. And that just, you know, reeks of Bob Layton in his Iron Man work. But that's my guess. Here's another issue. Love these photo covers. Love those little robots. Okay. And like I said, the artwork was just really, you know, they definitely had their own house style, kind of bland and stuff. But this is also where, Valiant of the 90s had their stuff going on. This is a book I probably paid the most for, and I was really glad to find it. I mentioned before I sold my big X-Men run, but this is the X-Men 268. I'm pretty sure I'm having money here. This is Wolverine, Captain America, Black Widow together again for the first time, Jim Lee art. And basically what you have is you find out the Black Widow was a kid during World War II when Wolverine was just Logan. He's running around with pipes. I don't think he's popped his claws yet. He didn't have any adamantium. And you kind of find out that he teamed up in Madripoor. I think that's where he was hanging out with Captain America back in the 40s to save the Black Widow. And of course it flash forwards where, there's two tales going on, one in the present and one in the World War II. So it's really great stuff. Kind of gave you, Madripoor kind of came off like Casablanca, if I was reading it right. Instead of Humphrey Bogart, he had Logan. They weren't going for a film noir kind of thing, but that's what I got out of it. Okay, a little book that I'm glad to be catching up on. I've had the first issue forever. I might have another one, but it's the 6-issue miniseries of Pirates of Darkwater, and I believe this is right before Saturday mornings sort of started disappearing, little by little. This was Hanna-Barbera coming out with a great kind of a cliffhanger sort of series. They were trying to, what was it? Going blank on YouTube. Anyway, they were trying to find all the pieces to some kind of magical item or something, and one would lead to the other with each episode. I had all these DVR'd on from Cartoon Network. They were showing them there here not too long ago, about 11:30 at night. And, I dug the cartoon then, but, it's kind of hard to watch now. And but I just remember I loved these covers on here. There's number 2. Really great stuff. Mike Zeck did that cover. Okay. I don't have 3 and 4 unless I do some digging, but here's number 5. A great painted cover. And another painted cover with number 6. Hopefully those will be fun reads when I dig into them. Alright. And completing my Orion. Getting closer to completing these. Found these Orion number 4. This one's in mint condition. The Unexpected Return of the $1 Billion Man. And Tales of the New Gods by Dave Gibbons down there. So these have backup tales, and I'm really looking forward to doing that one. Orion versus Darkseid. Orion number 5 for all the Marvels. Right off the bat. And I read issue 1, 17, 24. He's thrown in some Green Lantern stuff, some tales on Asgard. They're pretty good. They're not by far not Walt Simonson's greatest works, but they're a satisfying read if you run across them. Pick 1 or 2 up, see if you like them if they're cheap. And of course, number 7, Caliban, the real son of Darkseid, and A Tales of the New Gods by Howard Chaykin. So apparently, just check that out and see what we have there. Okay, there's some Howard Chaykin, Death of a Brother. And I'm really watch how I read Howard Chaykin, and apparently Walt Simonson did the story, art and dialogue by Howard Chaykin. But I watch how I read Howard Chaykin stuff because he really doesn't like superheroes, even though he's like supposedly a big Golden Age fan and stuff. And with Genesis coming out by Alex Ross and Kurt Busiek, and the fact that I keep running across like a PC book here and there, I ran across this, number 3 of Jack Kirby's Secret City Saga, Roy Thomas and Steve Ditko. Topps did this in the mid, 93, 94. Jim Salicrup, who was an editor on Amazing Spider-Man when Todd McFarlane hit big on it in the late 80s there. I think he was editor-in-chief in Topps of the, famous collecting cards, trading cards. Decided to put out a few books, and they grabbed up some Kirby stuff. And of course, this is number 3 of 4 of Secret City Saga. Now, it also has 2 cards in it. The front one, that's All Sideways, is by John Byrne. Whoop. Here we go, Dr. Rogue. And the second one, if I can get it out, apparently there's some funny little joke going on there, because we also have a Bill Clinton card. And after looking at the cover, Bill Clinton appears to be who they're saving, also from Dr. Rogue. Now, the question I want to put out there is, this thing is still sealed. It's never been opened. Should I open it? And do you think the quality of the story is worth enough to, really break this open? Okay, and how can I go on there without mentioning about the DC announcement of restarting 52 titles? We're hitting right here at the 10-minute mark, so to keep it brief, I think I'm tired. I don't want to dismiss something before it's even come out. It's coming out in September. For those of you who may not have heard the news, that after Flashpoint, which is their big crossover going on throughout the summer, all the titles are supposed to restart. And if you look back, this kind of makes sense. J. Michael Straczynski, leaving Action Comics, leaving Wonder Woman, the delay of the Batwoman series that I understand, and they got books that just started. Green Lantern's going to reboot, and I got a Newsarama and saw a few things are starting. You got Justice League International coming out. Red Lanterns are getting their own book. This is just a big marketing ploy, in my opinion, and I'm tired. I was with the revamp with Crisis, which I was there for, and then of course we had the 0 Hour, and then we had Heroes Reborn with Marvel, and then before that they had the titles split up at Marvel also with the Edge books and the Night books and all sorts of things, and we had Infinite Crisis come out, and sort of rebooted a few things there, I believe, with 1 year later and everything like that. And how many times can the world be without Superman, which is my feel of it. I'm just tired, don't like investing in it, and it doesn't mean I'm turned off by DC Comics right now. Maybe a few of the books will stand out there, and who knows what they're really doing here. Maybe it's all just a dream or something. But us older guys are getting booted out of what's going on, intentionally, unintentionally. I know they're doing what they can do with the way the market is now and the economy and all the competition with the video games and iPod touches and all their cell phones and just all sorts of other distractions and stuff to get in there. So I realize they got to do what they're doing. They're doing digital comics at the same day, thinking kids will read them on the iPod and stuff like that, or touch pads. I'm going blank here, but I think you get the idea. And I'm just giving the same rant that I'm sure other people are having also. But the whole back issue collecting is pretty much the way I'm probably going to go now, because most of these comics that are coming out, you can get them a year later for $1 and then see what really is going on and see what rises to the top. I'm sure there's going to be some great stuff. I'm real interested in seeing how the Red Lantern book that's coming out, they're giving justice their way, and it's supposed to be brutal and stuff. That's kind of piqued my interest. I'm always for the villains. They're the more interesting characters. You get better stories out there. Suicide Squad, Secret Six, Thunderbolts when they first started out, supervillain team up back in the day. Just a lot of good characters there. All right, so you guys enjoy what's left of the weekend here, and give me your thoughts here.